Hey guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. If not, welcome back. And as you can see from that title and that thumbnail, I'm going to be doing a story time on why I cannot go over sleepovers anymore. So yeah, so we finna get into it. Alright, so basically, I'm going to just start off. I'm going to say like, no kids were harmed in this story time at all, because this includes like sneaking off and going places. So yeah, nobody was harmed. Nothing happened, and yeah, more is onto it. So yeah, so y'all finna hear on why I can't go to sleepovers no more, like at all. Like can't have sleepovers, can't go to sleepovers or nothing. So yeah, okay. So basically, this took place 2 years ago at a hotel. So basically, yeah, 5 people are included in this story. Yeah. So yeah, all right, y'all. So basically, we're just gonna name her. What's her name? We're just gonna say Kay. We're just gonna get her done. That's okay. Okay, so basically, me and Kay were best friends. Like we were best friends. Like this was like in 6th grade. I was in 6th grade. She was in 6th grade, and I think her cousins that came along too. They was her cousins or her best friends. Either one. We just gonna name them B and A, or just B. Wait, B and then A. Okay, so basically B was mainly with us and A was sleep. So we just gonna say that. But let me get to it. Okay, so when we got to the hotel, it was basically Kay's birthday party, and her mom came along, Kay's mom came along and everything, and yeah. So and then like I said, B and A also came as well, which were her cousins. So we had ended up, like, just eating snacks, doing face masks, doing nails, like doing what girls just do. And then around this time, I had like a little boyfriend that I was texting, and I could show receipts that this actually did happen and that I was at the hotel. So, yeah. And mind you, this is in 2023, so almost 3 years ago, and this was on July 14th. Yeah, so this was on July 14th. So yeah, I remember that because we did like these little painting things. Like it was like a canvas and we were painting over this llama or whatever. So yeah, and then I still got it saved. So yeah, but let's get into it. So basically, Kay's mom is asleep on the couch, and me and Kay are in a bed together. B and A is in a separate bed. So yeah, all right, now we gonna get to the part where things just started to escalate a little bit. So basically, K and B wanted to sneak up to the pool, right? And I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea. But yeah, mind you, like I said, K's mom is asleep. She don't know what's going on. So basically, they did attempt to go to the pool. They literally walked out. K FaceTimed me, and like I said, K and B are together trying to walk down. I think they made it like barely down the hallway, like probably almost past like when you turn. So yeah, they didn't make it downstairs or nothing, because I was telling them over the phone, come back, come back, come back, come back. So they came back or whatever, and then yeah. So after that, we just started to just play on our phones, trying to see if Ghost was in the room or whatever. Like, we were just doing stuff like what normal kids would do. So then they started playing with the phone that was in the middle of both of the beds. So I'm guessing B had ended up calling the police or firefighters, either one, and B blamed it off on K, and K didn't do it. But I don't think K's mom noticed. But I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know she had called anybody. I just knew they was messing around on the phone or whatever. So then they started like, that's when I like turned and I see their faces is like shocked, like they like what's going on, and they going back and forth at the same time saying, no you did it, no I didn't, like don't do that. Like they just going back and forth from like who did it and who did not. But mind you, a couple minutes later we hear a knock. Like, I'm confused. So us, we not going by the door because stranger danger, and we don't know who at the door. So we hear it again. So basically, Kay's mom ends up getting up, right? So she ended up getting up or whatever. She ended up going to the door, addressing the whoever's at the door. I think it was a police, I don't know who it was. But then she ended up coming back, and she was, alright girls, like, you guys gotta go to bed, it's too late. And yeah, so that's basically what happened. And if I would have went with them and we would have went down there, somebody, mind you, somebody could have drowned, something terrible could have happened. We would have been soaking wet. We probably would have had like no more other clothes to put on. Like, you don't know what could have happened, like, if we all three of us went down, plus all four of us. But like I said, A was asleep. She was knocked out too. So both K-Mom and A was asleep. They did not know what was going on, like, not completely out. So it was basically just me, K, and B up. Okay, so next morning, we get up. We just packing up, like, getting all our stuff, because we just want to leave the hotel and do all that. The whole time, it was really fun. It's just that I didn't really think that was going to happen. Okay, so we go to IHOP, we get something to eat, and, you know, yeah, just sitting down, just eating. I was going to mention how, like, I think K's mom was snapping on A for not being able to cut a burger or something. I don't know, but, yeah. So, yeah, that's that part. But then I'm gonna tell you the real reason why I can't really go no more. Well, basically I just told y'all why. But so the real reason is because I told my mother, and I think I told my grandma. I think I told my grandma and my mother. Okay, so basically when she dropped me off, she told my mama and my grandma, yeah, because she dropped me off to my grandparents. I was like, everything is good, like, everything went good, like, everything was good, like, they had fun, you know, just saying that it went good. So mind you, Kay's mom didn't tell her anything that happened, but I feel like I wouldn't really blame that all on her, because she didn't know what was going on. She just only heard the door knock. So mind you, can't really blame her a little bit, but you know, yeah. Still, she didn't address it to my mother, and my mother was mad. So I ended up telling my mother, like I said, and she didn't like it. And she went based off of safety, because what would have happened to both of them, and plus including me if I end up going with them. So yeah, but she was proud of me because I told them, no, come back in, y'all, it's not good to be doing this, like, y'all need to come back. And yeah, so goodly they came back in. When I told them, come back. They came back in. So yeah, and then what else happened? Yeah, basically my mama was just mad. She ain't like it, and like I said, she was going based off of safety, and she restricted me from having sleepovers and going over to, well, I wouldn't say she restricted me from having sleepovers, because people who have been coming over, well, only one person came over here and, like, spent the night and stuff because they were going to another state. So yeah, but I'm really saying, like, she restricted me from having sleepovers. But me going to sleepovers and plus hotels, yeah, that's a wrap. Cause I ended up asking, can I go to like this hotel pool party? She said no. My mother was not playing. She was hands down on that. She said no. So yeah, but I guess this is the end of it. So yeah, but yeah, like I said, my mom was mad because K-Mom didn't tell her what was going on, and what happened. Yeah, so she stopped me from going places with K and her mom. So yeah, but I got a question for y'all, and I hope y'all did like this story time. And I will be coming out with more. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna be coming out with how I almost got into a fight, and I'm gonna also be coming out with it's something else. Here, let me look, guys. Hold on. Okay, I found it, y'all. My bad. Okay, so I'll be coming out with, yeah, like I said, how I almost got into a fight, and then how I got pressured to tell my crush that I liked him, and then how I stopped being friends with my best friend in 6th grade. Or yeah, I'm gonna say my best friend in 6th grade because she was my best friend at the time. Y'all, I forgot. Before I end the video, I gotta show y'all the receipts. Like I said, y'all, this is my so-called boyfriend at the time. Mind you, didn't know this boy. Just said, oh yeah, I want to date. Like, mind you, but I was young though, okay? I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. I still am young. But you know, yeah. But if you can see right here, these are just the messages on like how I actually did go to the hotel party. So yeah. if y'all can see it, then yeah. But basically, I'm gonna put them on my thumbnails right now. Literally, look what I said. On the 23rd, I mean, what I was saying, on the 14th of July, 2023, I said I'm at the hotel right now. So yeah, so that's proof that actually did happen. So no, I'm not lying, y'all. I'm not lying. So yeah, but I'ma let y'all get to my outro though. So yeah, so I hope y'all stay tuned for those videos, and I really do hope y'all really like this video. So like I said, if y'all want to hear some more, then yeah. But I was trying to ask y'all a question before I end off this video. Do y'all think it was right for me to tell my mother what happened, or no? Leave out comments down below. And like I said, I'll be coming out with some more videos. And yes, I know y'all see me staying consistent. So yeah, but like I said, I hope y'all liked this video, and I hope y'all enjoyed it at the same time. So make sure to like, comment, share, post the notification bell, and subscribe. And I'm seeing y'all in my next video. Bye.